Days of Our Lives spoilers. Evan Frears' exit is coming down the road, but how will he leave? There are really only two options when you get it: dead or alive. However, each of those possibilities presents a few more. First, let's start with the possibility that Evan will exit alive. If Evan doesn't get off the hook, it doesn't look like he'll get custody of David or go on the run with him again. Days would be letting the bad guy win, so that's probably not how this will play out. Evan could leave town alone or land behind bars where he belongs, but what happens if he's not that lucky? Let's be honest and say this character doesn't need to be brought back. Evan's only tied to David, and it doesn't really work as a villain. There won't be many fans clamoring for Evan's return, so killing him off makes sense. Evan Frears will hope for a bright future with his son. Despite how messed up Evan is, it's easy to see he truly cares about David Ridgway. Until the background issue came up, Ray Fernandez was completely fooled, and that's because Evan was such a great nanny to David. Of course, that doesn't absolve Evan of his crimes. The guy clearly has a terrible dark side, one that can be unleashed at a moment's notice. Evan really isn't the kind of man who should be raising a child. With Orpheus as a father, it's really no wonder why Evan turned out this way. Orpheus was estranged from Evan for most of his life, but Evan seems to have inherited his rage and ruthless tendencies. Fans know Evan brutally murdered Jordan Ridgway, the mother of his own child, and let Ben Weston take the fall for it. Evan also created a hostage crisis at the Kyriakis mansion, so never forget that he's bad news. Days spoilers state that Ben will have a violent run-in with Evan soon. There will be some terrifying moments for Evan as Ben tries to strangle him, but Ben will ultimately back off. We also know Ben and Sierra's wedding will indeed happen, and it appears Evan will be long gone before the big event occurs. In other words, Ben won't be going to prison for Evan's murder. It's possible Ben could kill Evan in self-defense, but we can't rule out Clyde Weston escaping and doing the deed. Someone else could even be forced into a situation where deadly force is necessary. Regardless, Days of Our Lives spoilers say Evan will exit one way or another. We'll give you more updates as other Days news comes in. Stick with the Days, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And check back often for the latest Days of Our Lives spoilers, updates, and news. We'll see you again.